What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl, it's Friday. Happy Friday! It is a Friday. It's Friday again. That fast. We was just down here, girl. Let me make sure this motherfucker is on. What's going on? We down here, girl. We don't have nothing to talk about. A little bit to talk about, maybe, because there's been something that was hit the waves yesterday in the Olympics. And I posted about it because I've already posted on IG and on I've already posted on IG and on YouTube, and I think I posted a little bit on Twitter, and I guess we might as well talk about it because it's really sad, and it's so sad. It's just so sad. Yesterday, a female boxer from Algeria, she beat an Italian woman boxer, and because of this, of ImaneKhelif's testosterone levels, people are calling her the man. So of course, you know that the blogs took got it and ran with it. No one did research. No one does any research. You're just happy that you have a confirmation in your transphobia and you run with it. And it's so sad, it's so disgusting. I don't even know what word to use to describe the level of disgust that I see. Anyone, just anyone, it doesn't matter who they are. I feel so disgusted. I feel like that's how I feel. All right, so the story first came on Hollywood. That I first saw it was on Hollywood Unlocked. And it says Paris Olympics Italian Angela Carini forfeits match against Algeria's ImaneKhelif, who failed gender tests. Already a sensational headline, already a headline to call in, hey, transphobic people, come here. This is a post for you to go off. It's a post for you to get your little thumbs going and go off. It says now Angela Carini in blue abandons her fight. The fight lasted less than a minute. She lied and said she said she had never been hit that hard, girl. She, bitch, you lost the motherfucking fight. You lost the fight. I'm like, it's so stupid. It's just so stupid. But listen to some of these dumbass comments. First, let's listen to the caption so that you can see how what the intention behind the caption. Angelina Carini decided to end the most significant battle of her career in a mere 46 seconds after enduring a series of powerful punches from Algeria boxer. Somebody says, Elon Musk, you have to ask for an apology. The Algerian boxer ImaneKhelif was born a girl and she is a woman. This is no longer the superior race. Imagine how ImaneKhelif feels now that the damage that ignorant idiots caused just did with a woman born with DSD. The same idiots who never spoke about an actual transgender American in the Olympics. She is woman. She is a champion. You can go fuck yourself. Firstly, fuck J.K. Rowling, right? Because it was Elon Musk, it was J.K. Rowling, and a host of black people. Let me read you some of these comments. That was on Twitter. Leaf did not pass the gender eligibility test in 2023 and has been granted permission to participate in the competition in Paris, which sparked controversy online. In a match on Thursday, 25-year-old Angela went up against 25-year-old Imani. However, the fight didn't last long, with Carini calling it quits less than halfway through the round. According to TMZ, in a previous year, the prominent boxing organization disqualified Imani for competing in the gold medal match in the 2023 World Championships due to a failed gender test revealing elevated testosterone levels. Additionally, the test revealed that Khelif possessed XY chromosomes. usually found in males, contrary to the typical XX found in females. Whoever wrote this, J. Jamal Osborne. After the fight, Karini shared her thoughts on the experience and explained the reasons behind her decision to forfeit the fight. I felt a severe pain in my nose, and with the maturity of a boxer, I said enough because I didn't want to. I couldn't finish the match. And my comment says, what you're witnessing are two biological women fighting. Cry baby. She just fucking lost. Win some, lose some. And I also said there's no way in her country Imani would be able to be a trans woman. She would be killed. So the fact that y'all think that this woman is trans, is born male, you're wrong. And this is what T.S. Madison, although she has come off of this thing with Jonetta, but this is where she's talking about where she always says that cis women, biological women, suffer from transphobia too. This is exactly what she's talking about. You all are attacking this woman. I don't know if she has to get on the Olympics award stage and expose her pussy for you all, but this is getting ridiculous. So ridiculous. I have a solution. I have a solution. But let's read some of these comments. Somebody said she was fighting a woman with elevated testosterone or a biological man. Trying to understand what's going on here. I said a woman with elevated testosterone. She realized after that first punch that she was getting beat up by a man. Letting that man beat on her like a woman was diabolical. Give them their own category. Salute to Jake Paul for doing that. What does failed gender test exactly mean? This is honestly terrible. RIP to women's sports. First of all, nobody gives a fuck about women's sports for real. Not these motherfucking men who are testing women to determine who they are. And like somebody said in the comments, there's no test on men to see how low their testosterone levels are so they can be classified as women if that's what we're going to do. We need to start with the goddamn NBA. Let's go test their testosterone levels, because some of y'all don't even need to be playing in the NBA because your testosterone levels are too low. But I have a solution. Allowing this to happen is a disrespect to boxing in general. Shut up. You can tell that's a whole man. Look how she reacted to that punch. That man needs to be disqualified. This just pissed me off. Would it be absurd just to create another division so people can compete against their true equals? I have a solution. Someone that is intersex has no business in the ring with a solid genetic female. Y'all, when I tell y'all the way y'all have to come up with all kind of adjectives, first it's I'm an all natural woman, then I'm a biological woman, then I'm a natural born woman with no fucking body has ever been born a woman. Y'all come up with the most, and I want to say retarded so bad. Because y'all come up with the most backward shit to a word that was even given to you as a fucking label. Y'all sound so damn dumb. And you sound dumb because you are being transphobic. You sound dumb. You sound dumb. And it's like you can literally, you have this. You being dumb with this. You have this. You can search up anything. You could even search up her name. Do you know if she was trans? Do you know if she was trans in Algeria, girl? Algeria? That's why they call it a phobia, because when you pause and think, you're like, oh yeah. And everything would stop right there. She's from Algeria. Muslim. Islam Central. Do you think she would be alive if she were a trans woman. Do you believe that? That's what I'm saying. Y'all be sounding dumb and stupid. A solid genetic female? That's the new one y'all adding to the list? Y'all don't know what the fuck to call yourselves. Y'all sounding like melanated people. This is literally a female. People don't read no more. They are intersex. What do you want them to do? You guys thinking trans woman from Algeria, country in North Africa, is competing under the country's honor in the Olympics as if LGBTQ rights and freedoms in Algeria isn't illegal? So there is so funny. That's not a trans woman, because if she were, she wouldn't have even been allowed to make it to that point, being from conservative country like Algeria. She would be dead. She would be dead. That's what I'm saying. And nobody wants to read because you want to be a bigot. You want to be transphobic. You want to be homophobic, because in your blackness, your victimhood blackness, all of that shit makes you feel more powerful. Yeah, I clocked you motherfuckers a long time ago. If they fail to qualify, why is a person allowed to fight in the first place? This is the Olympics. Take it up with them. They obviously did their due diligence. This is a wild world. The Olympics is a joke now. First attacking Christianity, now this mess, and this is all about the tea. This is all about the tea. The blog page, yeah, that post on all, yeah, all about the tea. Shout out to you. First attacking Christianity. How was Christianity attacked? And then it be you Father God worshiping hoes, girl. It's crazy to even allow this. This is the comment right here. You guys thinking a trans woman from Algeria, country in North Africa, is competing under their honor in the Olympics, as if LGBTQ plus rights and freedoms in Algeria isn't illegal there. It's so funny. That's where it should have ended for you. She's from Algeria. So clearly you don't know what goes on over there. So a lot of y'all act like you haven't been off your blocks from childhood. So if you know anything about Algeria, none of that rainbow shit is happening over there, girl. At all. You will be killed. They don't play. And the fact that y'all just run into it. That's what I said this morning on Twitter. They should have gave y'all gold medals for the way that y'all ran to be transphobic. Y'all was running. So I posted on my page. Boxer previously barred from women's events wins fight after opponent quits in 46 seconds. Orange Julius, Elon Musty, J.K. Rowling, who is not into sports and never played a sport in her life, cunt. Let's go. And let me tell you something. I'm going to read this. I got this from Chat GPT, because I went to find out who are other women athletes, because I remember the South African woman last year who was sent through the ringer about her testosterone levels. Okay. Caster Semenya, a South African. Okay, let me read the whole post. Women athletes with high. I'm here. Women athletes with naturally high testosterone levels often face scrutiny and debates regarding fairness in competitive sports. Conditions such as hyperandrogenism, which can lead to elevated testosterone levels, are sometimes present in female athletes. Notable examples include Caster Semenya, Dutee Chand, Mary Cain, and ImaneKhelif. Caster Semenya is a South African middle distance runner who has been the center of controversy due to her naturally high testosterone levels and subsequent regulations imposed by World Athletics. Castor Semenya has had testosterone levels reported to be around 5 to 10 times higher than the upper limit in the normal female range. Dutee Chand, and now this is from South Africa. So we're in one part of the world, South Africa. Let's go to India. In India, a sprinter who challenged Dutee Chand, who challenged the regulations regarding hypoandrogenism and won a landmark case at the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, that allowed her to compete without having to lower her testosterone levels, because they try to give you stuff to lower your testosterone levels. Dutee Chand was reported to have a testosterone levels that also exceeded typical female levels, leading to her case gaining international attention, and she won. Mary Cain, an American middle distance runner who has spoken out about the challenges faced by female athletes with high testosterone due to existing regulations. She was also physically, emotionally, and mentally abused, alleges by Nike, because they found her. She's super fast, and then they worked her and made her lose a whole bunch of weight and wanted to feel like she needed to be lean. Go watch. She has a story, Mary Cain. And then you have ImaneKhelif, an Algerian athlete known for her achievements in athletics, particularly in the sprinting events. She has also represented Algeria in various international competitions, including the African Championships and other track and field events, and now boxing. Okay, so it says sports organizations like World Athletics have implemented regulations that require female athletes with testosterone levels above a certain threshold to lower their testosterone through medical. They want you to put some more shit in your body, medical intervention, in order to keep to stay in women's events. I have a solution. These policies have sparked significant debate regarding fairness and inclusivity in sports. These athletes highlight the ongoing discussions around gender, biology, fairness in sports, prompting various organizations to reevaluate their policies on hormone levels in competition. This post didn't get a lot of engagement, but these are women. And I posted a picture of all of the women so that you can see who they are. And ImaneKhelif, when she was a little girl with her father, come on, let me tell you something. Her father, okay, right there, boom, there she is. Y'all have got to stop. For some reason, it's now just hitting me that the average person doesn't take time to actually research for themselves. They just read a meme and post. Yep. People, I think y'all want to be bigots. I think your bigotry allows you to feel some power over the same shit. An illusion, a perception of power that you have under another group of people. But in this case, these are your biological, solidly genetic, natural born woman, biological female. So how do you check your bigotry? How do you check your homophobia? You need to do some self-reflection. Yeah, I'm talking to your ass. I have a solution. Genderless sports based on T levels. T tiers is my idea. World athletics, national sports organizations, I'm sure they're on their way to do that, because there's no fucking new idea under the sun, no fantastic great idea. Genderless sports. Let's start with the men's sports. Let's check these testosterone levels. Then we will classify you like boxing, like weight classes in boxing. We'll classify you based on your testosterone levels. Because the truth is, there's a lot of women who have higher testosterone levels than men. So what do? Genderless sports based on testosterone levels. Y'all think men are so much stronger than women. They're so much stronger. That man hit her. No, bitch, that was a strong ass woman. And this idea that women can't be strong, or from like Amazon women, or like they don't exist, is, again, I keep wanting to call it retarded because it's like the literal definition of it. It is. There's something that's not clicking for y'all. And so it leads me to believe that you want to be bigots. You feel powerful in your bigotry. You feel powerful telling somebody who they are and what they're not, because that's been done to you, hasn't it? So you want to be able to do it to somebody else. I said, I feel like if it's a big deal, make all sports genderless and determine tiers for players of the sport based on their testosterone levels, then set T tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and so on. So everyone will be on an equal playing field. No pun intended. Let's read some of these comments. Someone said, only women, this person posted, and this is on Twitter. Her name is Gil King. And they posted they quoted somebody named Rosie Dufield, who said only women have a cervix. And then they posted a picture of ImaneKhelif and they said, guess what ImaneKhelif's got? Go on, guess. And then someone said, XY chromosome and men's level of testosterone. Please show us the evidence of this, because you know this isn't verified, but I guess it fits a narrative. And here's a letter, a statement made by the International Boxing Association regarding athlete disqualifications from World Boxing Championship 2020 with the Olympics. Take it up with the Olympics. And then someone says, it is, and this is why IBA disqualified her. And then the person keeps posting this letter from the IBA. If athletes in question wanted to remove doubt, perhaps they can inform the public of what those tests evaluated. Until that, as a matter of medical privacy, it won't be disclosed. If it's not damning, pursue. Then providing the details won't be vindication unless it's not. And the same thing with boxing. It should be testosterone levels as well. Instead of weight, let's get the testosterone levels, since that's what the defining thing is. I just think it's really sad and unfortunate. I do, that you all are so wanting to just sit in your bigotry. And that's all that it is. That's what it looks like from my direction. Let's see. I posted the same thing on YouTube, got a little bit more engagement, but not quite much. Y'all like to stay away from these things. But my first comment is, there's no way a trans woman would be allowed to exist in Algeria. Very important to note that most women are women of color. Transphobia is another variation of white supremacy, with the notion that being women are supposed to exist in a certain manner predicated on a Eurocentric standards. It's why these women are being denied their womanhood, same as right-wing lunatics will call an obviously cis Michelle Obama a man. We got to fight against it. I feel like there's validity in the concern, and I also believe this concern should be across the board in male and female sports. And the reason why we don't know so many women with high testosterone levels is because we're not getting tested for that. Unless you're in sports, that's typically when it's going to show up, like, oh, she's tough. Let's see what these T levels are. Right. You should see how disgusting they are on Lipstick Alley about this. Mind you, she was born a girl and identifies as such, but people are still trying to misgender her. Someone having higher levels of testosterone does not mean that they are a man. It is possible to be intersex and still identify as woman. People are so damn ignorant. Like you always say, gender is a performance. I also hope this is a wake up call for transphobic women who love to throw their periods and body parts at trans women as a gotcha moment. You're never going to be enough while you perform femininity. I had to look this up because I kept hearing about this and people close to me were outraged, quote, outraged by a quote man competing as against a woman. Nobody did research. Nobody. That white girl was getting her ass whooped by a strong woman of color and cried. And what did everyone do? Run to save the little white girl and ridicule the woman of color and calling the woman of color a man. First of all, y'all running around calling this person a man like, oh my God, that's a man, that's a man, that's a man, that's a man. And you've done nothing. So to me, it tells me you're transphobic. That's all it tells me. And if you don't want to be transphobic, then you need to work on how you responded to this story. And the fact that you took someone else's word, ate it, and then regurgitated it for somebody else to consume. Personally, I know when my testosterone levels are higher than normal during the month, it's typically right after my cycle has stopped. I think that is actually, it happens for most female bodies after the menses. Then it is, there's an increase of testosterone. I just think it's sad. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and then we're gonna go. Okay, so okay, Relly says, personally, I know when my T levels are higher than normal during the month. It's typically right after my cycle has stopped. My levels shoot up and I feel like I can run a marathon, clean up the house top to bottom, lift any amount of weights, etc. My alertness spikes. I have a Moody app, and that's how I find out, and that's how I found that out. And it happens every single month like clockwork. I wonder if they take that into consideration when testing. It appears to me that can make a difference. I think this happens in the female body after the time of the month testosterone levels increase. Yeah. If they feel this way about women's competition, why don't they check men's levels? Wasn't the Olympics meant to have the most exceptional athletes compete? I see no problem. She is just a once in a generation female boxer. I believe like 1 in 1,000 female athletes have elevated testosterone markers. And Uncle Joanne J.K. Rowling and that funny face Miss Ilona Musty Micropene need to have a seat. When people start debating womanhood, they need to remember that nobody is testing men for whether or not they have enough testosterone to compete as men. And women with high T can, because squishy and unathletic like me, because they can be squishy and unathletic like me. All right, so yeah, I don't know what y'all want to do. I don't know. Let me know. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. Um, you know, I don't know what to say. I do know that that's one way, one solution, that you can just take gender out of sports and just if you are making a determination that this woman can't compete, then will she be able to compete with the men? Can she compete with the men then? Can she? So if she can't, that means there needs to be a class. There needs to be testosterone level tiers to determine where you can fit and where you can compete. And we need to start with the men. Let's test the testosterone on the men first. See where you classify. See, don't you need to be on the WNBA instead of the NBA? And we'll see how men like that. Let's test them first. And then y'all women, you sit in there and then y'all sit in there and you sit in there and then you allow this to happen, and it directly affects you. It directly affects you. It's really sad. And I know that it comes from a feeling of wanting to feel powerful because you've aligned your identity with struggle and perpetual victimhood, so that you can punch down at someone else. and you can feel good. And a lot of you are like that. Not y'all, but y'all are like that. And you want to feel powerful because you've accepted your identity as less than powerful. It's really, really sad. Anyways, y'all, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. I posted the post is on the community page and on my IG if you want to leave a comment there. If you want to look up the people that I mentioned so you can get it yourself. One woman sued and she went to court and she won. So, y'all gotta stop working for the matrix, for the patrix within the matrix. You have to stop. You running around like Agent Smith. And the comments are horrible. They're so horrible. It's really sad. It's just sad. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.